All right, so we're back talking about the gift that only a narcissist can give you. It's true though. I mean, it's about boundaries. Okay, I'm going to continue on the list, but I have to say this. That last experience fucking made me crystal clear on my boundaries. It was like it's like they all came. It was, you know what it felt like? It felt like these fucking, uh, almost like swords or like, like a fence, like little a wooden fence like that and lined up next to each other. It's like they were like steel and metal, like a castle. It was a fucking trip. In the first couple of months, I was like I felt like what happened, It was me. It was my unconscious mind protecting itself, saying, "Hey, you gotta have boundaries." Crystal clear. I mean, and it feels so good when you have crystal clear boundaries. Life becomes uber simple. Like it's just like yes or no, yes or no. Like and it's not black and white. You can still have like a colorful life, but you're like this is not acceptable. Period. No. All right. So another one is no ass jacks allowed. Okay. And so, well, I used to call one narcissist an ass jack, not knowing he was a narcissist. He thought it was funny at the time because I made a big joke about it, but that's a long story. But here's what they'll do: they'll ass jack you around. I think of it as a jackrabbit, just ass jacking out, and he's like, "Whoa, where the fuck are we going, dude?" No, I'll give you an example of an ass jack. An ass jack is someone that will just do everything backwards. Like you say, "Hey, man, take a left because we got to go to this restaurant." They'll take a right. I swear to God, that's a fucking ass jack. I swear to God. I actually had someone, we were trying to go to a club in the city, and I'd been in the club 100 times. It was the Matrix. In the Matrix. Dude, I used to love that club. I used to fucking slay at that club. Anyways, he's like, "Hey man, take it right here." I'm like, and I just like, as you can see, but the way he would do is like, we're just, "Hey man, take it right." Oh shit, okay. And why? Oh, just want to take it right. I'm like, oh, okay. So I take a left to go back to where we're going. Like, "Hey man, take a left here." And take another left. Like, whoa, like, and like, "Hey man, I know a shorter way." I'm like thinking it's like it's right. Fucking no, trust me. We ended up way on the other side of the city. And I'm like, you know what, motherfucker? I fucking lose. I'm like, "God damn it, motherfucker. Stop." I go, have you ever fucking been there? He's like, "Well, no, I don't know where it's at." I'm like, "Then why are you giving me directions?" He's like, "Oh my," but that's a narcissist. They like to ass jack you around. They like to jerk you the fuck around. No jerking around, no ass. Another one is this ping pong. It's the same thing. It's an ass jack technique. I think you might do this. Interrupt your conversation. Interrupt. Like, even if they're not, just the reason why I know is because I had one that was one of his techniques and he was good at it. Is they would change the conversation, change, like, let's say you're supposed to have a meeting and go somewhere else. "Hey, let's go get a bite to eat. Hey man, let's go get some tea first. Hey, and then after that, hey, let's go do this real quick." And you're like, fuck, dude. Like, that's just it. That is a ping pong ass jack fucking move. Another one was I went somewhere where I was supposed to fucking find a place to live, and "Hey man, let's go to my fucking. I want to show you my favorite place to eat, man. We'll go after that." Next, like, "Hey man, I want to introduce you to my friends over here." Okay, and next, hours and hours went by, and then the next day, and it kept happening every day. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, the whole reason for me to come down here is to fucking find this fucking place to fucking live, so I can get my business going here, blah blah blah. We did everything but, and so it's just a technique they do to waste your time, to fucking jerk your. It's literally like they're jerking your fucking mind around. All right. So no jerking around. The minute I start feeling like this jerk around, even if you get caught up in it for a day or two and you kind of stop and go, "Wait, what? Fuck that." I'm just like, even if they're not a narcissist, I don't care. I don't play the ass jack game. There's no jerk around ass jack shit here. Okay. Um. No time wasters. Last technique is a time waster technique, but they really do it because they just want to fucking see how much they can fuck with you. And they think it's funny. Okay. And I think on some level it makes them feel falsely powerful. I'm sorry. All right. So. Oh, if I didn't say it already, I don't think I did. No lying. Nope. If you get caught in a lie, my radar system, it's just like I'm just like waiting for you to lie again. After I have a 2 strikes and you're out rule. This is just me, and it's because of narcissists. Because if you let them get away with it, they'll do it again and again and again. But it's not just with lying; it's with any of these things. You got 2 fucking strikes and you're gone. Sometimes if they do it one time and like they get that smirk on their face, I'm done. Bye. You think it's fucking funny? Bye, bitch. And then what happens? Oh, come back, come back. Here's the real cool part about that. Oh my God. I guess it's called hoovering. I call it love bombing, even though it is afterwards. Because I love it. They start mailing you gifts in the mail. You think I'm fucking kidding? I swear to God, I'm not kidding. I had one person, because they had connections to getting really good deals of airline, hotel, and all this shit, sent me to Hawaii for 11 days. Swear to fucking God. The only thing I had to pay for was the taxes on the fucking, the rental car. I had a full rental car, mid-size fucking rental car the whole time I was there. And it was because the deal, he was hooked up in the industry. And so that was the only thing I had to fucking pay for. And my food. It was a fucking blast. He even got me certain like buffet tickets or whatever, free meals at a certain hotel. They think it's funny jerking you around, but if you're keen to this shit, you just say, see you the fuck later. Because even if you don't accept the gifts, you send them back, they're fucking dying. Oh no, come back, please, please. And they beg you. They fucking text you every fucking day like 20 times. They email you. They send you songs. They send you gifts in the mail. You think I'm kidding? I am not. At one point, I emailed my friend. I'm like, hey man, I got another fucking gift in the mail. And he's like, be careful with it. I'm like, well, I just feel so wanted now. I was obviously being a smartass, but here's the, oh yeah, you know what? Oh, I almost missed the most important fucking thing. Let's see if we got some more back here. I'm going to put it right here so I don't forget it. Clarity and, yeah, this is awesome. Okay, I'll go through the next one. The next one is lack of heart. If they're not a heartfelt person, I'm not wasting my time. I used to fucking, like, I don't know, be compassionate to these overly intellectuals stuck on the fucking head. Because I don't like the energy. That alone. It has nothing to do with being a narcissist, although that's generally a narcissist thing. It gives me a headache. I don't want to be, it's like, fuck that. It's like, you are not a heart-based, centered person. We're not going to be friends. We're not going to date. We're not going to start a business together. Shit ain't going to happen. Okay. The other thing is this, the backstabbing and the talking shit behind people's backs. That's a no-go. No-go. Again, this one person, we'd go into a coffee shop. He'd start talking shit about this young, petite, beautiful young lady. And I'm looking at this grown man just being like, really, dude? Like, and I did. I said, like, really? Like, I literally said, I go, people's lives are hard enough. It's like, you really got to make their lives harder. So I don't do that. That shit's not going to happen. That's not going to go around me, bro. So when someone starts talking bad about people, like, again, I've said in the last video, if it's like one person one time, like, okay, or if they got an issue with them, but if it's like everywhere, like with this person, I swear to God, we then went to a mini mart right after that, talk shit about the clerk. And then we went across the street to get a pizza, talk shit about fucking them. Then we had to go up to another fucking store. I forget what he had to buy. He had to buy some fucking thing. And I'm just like, is there any place you can go where you don't talk bad about people? Like, what is your fucking deal? And so another thing is, people that I'm involved with, you got to be compassionate, you got to be caring, you got to be kind, got to be empathetic, you got to have heart. And you have to be a good communicator. Meaning mostly, you have to put into the conversation. You have to, when you're there, you have to actually listen to understand. I want to write that down right now. A lot of people don't want to understand you. They just want what they want to say. I don't do that. Hold on. I'm actually writing this down. For me, I'm actually going to make a list for myself. That's what I got down here. They have to be a good listener, someone who can listen and understand. So if you're talking to someone, like, they interrupt you, they cut you off, or you can tell they're thinking about what they're going to say next, and then their response is like they didn't actually listen to what you said. Like, wait, what is this? This doesn't matter. I said this. Like, where are you at? Like, oh, you did? Oh, I didn't hear that because you weren't listening. So there has to be an overall 90%. I'm gonna write that down too. 90% listening to understand. Because sometimes we're in a hurry. Some people are on caffeine too much. But so my point fucking being is, there really has to be a level of clarity. I'm gonna write that down. There has to be clarity in the relationship, right? There has to be clarity in communication. There has to be just an overall clarity of understanding. So, like, if we say, hey, we're going to go to the movies tomorrow, when it's 4 p.m. when we're supposed to meet to go to the movies at 4:30 or 5, you're there. But if this, oh, really, man? Oh, I don't remember. We did? Oh, I don't remember that. Because that's another jerk around technique they'll fucking do. So I was supposed to go down and visit someone. I go, mark it on your calendar, dude. And I did. And then about a week before, I'm like, hey, man, you haven't even mentioned anything about this. What are you talking about? Like, you told me to clear my calendar. I'm going to come down on this fucking date. He's like, oh, I totally forgot, bro. I can't meet you on that date. I'm like, well, okay. Like, just like, what the fuck, right? So then I just wrote it off, said, fuck it, whatever, dude. About a week later, hey, man, why don't you come down next month at this date and blah, blah, blah. It'll be perfect timing. It'll be this, it'll be that. I'm like, well, all right, yeah, sure. It sounds great. I'd love to come down, man. Mark it on my calendar. Same bullshit. Oh, did I? I don't remember that. Fucking, I've got another friend visiting on that date, dude. I can't meet you, man. And at that point, I should have just stopped. But like a dumbass, I fell for it fucking once again. So that's what I mean by, like, there has to be a level of not only just daily clarity whenever you talk to them, but like if you make plans or you have an agreement or say, hey, we're going to do this, you do it. Now, if there's a 911 emergency, and this is what it comes down to, like if you're fucking, like, you got shot with a gun and you're in an ambulance, you can't make it, I can understand that. But if it's just like, oh, I forgot, I'm not in the mood. Like if that whole, like, I'm not in the mood shit happens more than once, or any other bullshit, I'm gone. I'm fucking, like, I ain't playing this game. There's got to be a level of clarity, okay? There's another one. Fuck. Obviously, the no mask thing, the fake bullshit thing. If someone's fake, if someone's got a mask on, I'm gone. I have nothing to do with that. Bye. So this just simplifies your life, and you get to meet a lot better people. See, what you don't realize you're doing, you're spending your time with these ass jacks fucking you around, being dick fucks, when you could, all the time you spent with these guys, you could be meeting better people. And that's what's happening in my life right now. It's like if you look at me now compared to even a year ago, I'm so much more peaceful, and there's so much more clarity even in my voice. Okay. I had one more, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, here's the greatest gift of all. Worth. I've been working on this with my energy healer for years. Many years, over 10 years. I, for the first time in my life, know my value. It's a great feeling. I can't explain it. It's the same thing. When that thing went up, it was just like, I deserve better. That's it right there. I deserve better treatment. I'll write that down. You just get so sick and tired of the bullshit that you're just like, I deserve better treatment than this. And I will never put up with less. You know what it comes down to? I would rather be alone for the rest of my fucking life than put up with anyone's bullshit. And that's what a lot of, see, this is what a lot of fucking narcissists will do. Oh, no one's perfect. Meaning, I get to unload all my bullshit on you. It's like, yeah, if you're not perfect, then don't come around me. You expect me to be perfect. And isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth right there? If any of you know anything about a narcissist, anything you do is wrong, and everything they do is okay. They could be as imperfect and fucked up of a being as possible. So there is a level of expectation when it comes to me, even as a client. I've actually fired clients, and they're always like, wait, are you serious? I actually had a client that was fucking with me a few months ago. I mean, he was purposely fucking with me. And I just called him on, it was the third session. I was like, we're done. Here, keep your fucking money. Get the fuck out. Go home. Are you serious? I'm dead serious. I realized the guy was a narcissist, and it's like, here's the thing, though. This is gonna blow you away. They will fucking pay you to fuck with you. They will hire you having no intention of learning anything from you, but their whole intention is just to dick with you. And I mean, they pay me good money. And I'm just like, I remember the first time this happened years ago, I didn't understand the whole narcissist, but I did call him like, so you basically just are fucking hiring me just to fucking be a dick. And the guy kind of grinned. He got that smirk, At the time, if I would have known the narcissist smirk, I would have been like, I'll get the fuck out. But I called him on it, and he's, oh, no. And he jerked me along, and it's like, I made money off the deal, but it was just like, what a nightmare. And it's not worth it. And that's the thing. I have a boundary. The one thing that I'm blessed with is I don't fucking have this greed for money that a lot of people have. It's like literally in my last video, literally, I wouldn't put up with narcissist bullshit if you paid me $1 million. And I don't mean a year, I mean a month. I would do maybe for 2 hours. That's it. No more. I don't care. $1 million isn't worth the fucking exhaustion, confusion, brain fog. And that's part of those are more barriers. If I get brain fog around you, I'm gonna write this down too. Brain fog, confusion, mixed signals, any of that shit, I'm gone. I want to walk away from you feeling good about yourself, about myself. I want to feel enlightened. I feel good, man. Life is awesome. That's when I walk away from you. I just want to have clarity of mind, and that's really this. It's just I have the feeling right now. It's a level of clarity. It just feels good. This is the energy I bring into a relationship, into a conversation, and this is the energy I want to walk away with. And if every conversation we have is brain fog, confusion, misunderstanding, not on the same page, that's another one. Got to be on the same page. Same fucking page. So it's that simple, people. If I can make this come down to 1 or 2 phrases or words, you should be engaging with someone that you feel good around and that you have a level of clarity and understanding. And when you walk away, you literally feel light. You literally feel clear. You breathe deep in a very relaxed manner. If you walk away, you got anxiety in your stomach, or you feel like doubt and you feel confused, or you have the low self-esteem thing, or if you feel shame, or again, I'm gonna say it again. What is it? It's low self-esteem. That's the main thing they're going after, and they usually use shame to get you there. If you have any confusion, anger, hurt, you feel guilty, cut them off. Peace. And you got to get out of there. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Those are boundaries, okay? Have your own boundaries. Because some of these things you're like, yeah, I don't mind that. And if you don't, that's fine. So your boundaries are your boundaries, but that gives you an idea of what boundaries are, okay? Go to MikeColleen.com, MikeKollin.com. Click that subscribe button. I'm almost to 1,000. I really appreciate it. Click that bell and click that all. See you guys.